me? Nope.
Yes.
Oh, it says my internet connection's unstable. Okay, it looks like we're gonna have all sorts of problems today. So I apologize.
It's out every time there's a phone call.
Damn, this damn AOL sucks.
Ain't the Fed supposed to be talking about interest rates today?
No, tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
Okay.
tomorrow's Fed Day. Yep. I mean, they could be on today, right? Because usually when Fed week, they come on. But tomorrow's the big day, I believe, for Fed.
They did news this morning as well, Coach.
Yeah, like I said, they'll pop in and out. But tomorrow's the big one. Yep. So again, I apologize in advance if you guys lose. YouTube isn't working at all. Okay, let me look. Is YouTube up? Anybody? If you guys can see me on YouTube, let me know. YouTube is down. Okay, is it still down? Anybody? Check. Because it takes a minute to catch up if it goes down, because YouTube's on a huge delay.
Yeah, it's buffering.
Yep. Check.
You sound Coach.
Okay. All right. So I apologize again in advance. If I lose you, moderators, you'll just have to step up and take over. I'm telling you, the closer and closer we get to having that fiber, they said within 30 days, like the worst Cox communication cable is. I don't know what it is. We didn't have any of these problems. I think it's been down once or twice the whole time, but now it's consistently a disaster. So
yeah, YouTube's down.
It is.
Roofers and knocking your shit off.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, exactly. It's the haters. They're over here.
Coach?
Yep.
Is Cox bringing in the fiber, or is it another company?
No, it's Glow Fiber. It's a completely different company.
I had the same. I went through the same thing a year ago.
Yep.
And after I went through this, I recommend it highly. Is that keep Cox active? Because even after they installed it for about 4 months, it would constantly, the fiber would cut out because they were working in other areas.
Yeah, we'll probably use Cox as the backup plan in case one fails. So we got it in here. So yeah, I don't see us pulling both out. But the nice thing we'll get fiber in here is I'm upgrading to the 5 gig service.
Cool. 1503, Coach, is when it stopped.
Oh. YouTube is down still? Let me look.
1503, Coach, is when it stopped.
All right, it's back up now.
Okay, cool.
Yep. Cool. All right. So again, if I lose you guys, I apologize. Just moderators, just take over and take care of business. Love your faces. Speaking of my amazing moderators, big shout out to Bruno, Carter, Dawn, Paul at the beach, Miranda, unhappily a housewife, Eric's Moto, DT, the female trucker, Luke Sidewalker, Jimmy, Brady, David, Mark, Nate, Ted, and Mark McC. You guys are awesome. Love your faces. And of course, thank you to all of our military family, anybody that's serving or that has served. Thank you so much. We honor and respect you every single day here at American Dream Trading. Appreciate all of you. Thank you to our first responders, firefighters, police officers, teachers, doctors, nurses, and everybody with me. All my truck drivers around the world. There it is. Thank you.
Hell yeah, let's roll, y'all.
There it is. Now we can begin. So we got about 4.5 minutes to the bell. We've already gone through. Members have already been trained this morning in masterclass training. We've also looked at some trades. How about this? Did anybody make any money this morning in the VIP pre-market? Go ahead and open your mic. Let them know.
Yes, sir. We made it.
Yes, we did.
It was small, but it was green.
Done for the day. It was a green morning already.
Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Don't forget, today is the last day you will be able to use the code SPRING500. Use the code SPRING500 to take $500 off of any of our VIP memberships for the first year. Right now, by the way, if you sign up from now until the end of May for a VIP Gold membership, 2 people will have the opportunity to spin the wheel of cash to win up to $5,000. So if you're not a VIP Gold member, now is the time to do it. And if I were you, I'd do it today so you can also use the code SPRING500. Speaking of our memberships, they start for free, absolutely free. You can't get better than free, right? So you can come over to our Discord. You can join us at AmericanDreamTrading.com. You will be required to verify your account with a phone number and an email. No, we're not going to spam you. That is so that we know you are a real human being and not a bot. We cleared out over 8,000 accounts that were either haven't been active for a long time, haven't gone completely through the verification process. We did have bots that were trying to block some of that out, but we did remove, like I said, 8,000 members to make sure our security is the safest we can be, right? Bruno and our team is always looking to make sure, trying to do our best, as best as we can right over on a Discord server to make sure that we secure everything. This is why nobody friend request each other. Don't direct message each other. You will be banned if you direct message anybody. We're always watching for verbiage that's going on, anything, fishy that's happening out there. We're always looking for that. So we're just trying to protect you guys to make sure everybody's okay.
Hey, Coach, sorry. Can you take a look at AGBA? It's running.
Yep, AGBA is running. Thank you. So if you guys want AGBA, thank you. Make sure we add that to the hot stock picks because it looks like at 9 o'clock it started taking off. Thank you. All right. So again, our memberships, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Our basic membership starts at $200. You can join the other 513 people that are inside the Zoom right now. There is no delay. You guys can see my screens. Theirs is an open mic. You guys can ask questions from market open to market close. You guys gain access on Zoom at 8:45. You get the hot stock picks, the pre-market setup, the IPO center, and the videos on demand. All of that starting for $200. Basically, what I'd like to do is I get you in, you see everything that we have to offer. Maybe you guys can start making some money, or you start getting educated, doing all the things. And then you're like, hey, you guys have more to offer? Yes, we do. That's when you guys then want to step up to the VIP membership. With the VIP membership, you get everything I just discussed, plus you'll get the trading view indicators that you can see right here. We use those every single day. It's just another tool to help you, guide you, direct you on what's going on. It will just kind of goes along with our 2-minute EWO setup. With the VIP, you guys will also get daily masterclass training with me starting at 8:15 every single morning. So I'll work with you. We'll either trade live together or we will train. This morning we did a ton of training, which will also have the VIP masterclass training videos. So if you miss a day when we have this type of big training like we did this morning, we'll then have those posted only for VIP members. So look for those videos. We try to release those all the time. There's 40 or 50 of those videos out there right now. Of course, you'll get access to the VIP lounge. You'll get all the workshop classes for free. We just had our 12th workshop class. So you'll get access to all the previous workshop classes and every workshop class moving forward as long as you have our subscription. Excuse me. And of course, everything else that I discussed and VIP seating at the meetups when we do that. We are going to be doing that soon since it is now April. Moving into May, wanted to wait till nice weather. We moved into our house. We had a bunch of stuff with that. We should be good to go now. Once you have the VIP membership, the VIP Gold, this is what I'm talking about right now. So I'm going to pick 2 people out of everybody that buys the VIP Gold from today till the end of May. I'm going to choose 2 people. We'll just do a drawing for that. So 2 people will be selected to have the opportunity to spin the wheel of cash up to $5,000. It's a 1 in 20 chance, by the way. And we have cash prizes all over that thing. So make sure you guys check that out. Use the code SPRING500 to take $500 off. With the VIP Gold, you're going to get all the mastermind classes. We've got another one coming up June 5th. By the way, that's only a month away. Make sure you sign up. That is limited seats. Mastermind classes. I know it's 9:30. 1 hour of tech support, weekend training, VIP Gold Lounge access, VIP Gold Help Desk priority support, the news service, and breakout rooms. Remember to follow all your rules. Here at American Dream Trading, we are not financial, tax, or investment advisors. Everything we discuss is for training and education. Everybody follow your rules today. Please, nobody go rogue. If I lose internet, moderators take over. Love your faces. All right, let's see what's going on. Now, listen, SPY was to the downside in the pre-market. This is why it didn't pull at the open. This is why it is popping to the upside. We'll see if it can stay because it was to the downside. Give me 1 second. All right. SPY now starting to pull back. If you guys see anything running, moving, 2-minute EWOs, make sure we call those out.
AMD broke downside.
Okay, thank you.
Amazon broke downside too.
Thank you. Yeah, AMD hit our 160 level and bounced. Tesla found support around 186.55. We'll see if it can stay there. SPY and Q's in the middle of the channel. AMD again bounced at 160. NVIDIA is trying to climb to the upside. It hit that 866.64 earlier in the pre-market. It is now above our pre-market setup to the upside, and NVIDIA 871.63 has been broken. NVIDIA to the upside, but wait. Make sure it gets through VWAP and holds. Apple's crashing out. Apple now down on our key support level, 172.78-ish. You can see it bounced at 65, so right there, off by 13 cents. You can see Apple found support exactly where we had our pre-market set up.
Tesla is now above VWAP.
Thank you. Yep, I see it.
Stocks on 2-minute.
To the
Upside.
thank you.
NVIDIA second green EW.
Thank you. DJT starting to move to the upside. Roku starting to get a little bit of volume. AMD again, still staying up off that bounce of 160. Apple down here retesting support. Apple is retesting support, which right now found it at 172.65.
Google first, green, 2-minute up.
Thank you. Yep, Google here. We'll see if it can break around this 168.26.
Microsoft first red EW.
Thank you. Apple still trying to... Now listen, Apple is so close from flipping red to green. If you can get that to break 173.76, which was our pre-market setup to the upside, then it will have broken VWAP and the 200 and the pre-market setup to the upside. That'll be a nice setup. Google's still climbing. Google's now up here breaking through pre-market setup 168.78. Can it hold? This is a top area for Google. If it's going to pull back, it's going to be here. This is a double top. Let's see if it can continue to climb. Google's climbing nicely to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. Big, long candle breakout above that pre-market. That's bullish. Just be careful. We're still in the very nonsense. Yep, it's not too good. Google, again, it has to stay up here. This is the retest of double top. If it can't hold, this is going to bleed out hard on Google being up here on this double top. Yes?
Yes.
You're buffering on and off on my end.
Damn it. Sorry, guys. I knew it was going to do that. DJT up 7%. DJT is now up over $50 on DJT. Cranking to the upside, DJT. Watch for this double top at 51. DJT blasting off, everybody. Double top at 51. Sorry, everybody. I know you guys are losing me.
Sound okay to me?
We can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
All right. Thank you. That's everybody's on saying it over on Twitch.
Yeah, even fading, we can understand you.
Right. Because you guys you're so used to hearing what I say, right? I love
Listen to the voice.
I love it. You guys are awesome.
AGBA to the upside.
Thank you. Also, GMM to the upside.
Buy first green.
Thank you. Good call out. SPY first 2-minute EWO. SPY first 2-minute EWO to the upside. Good call out. So Apple found support at 172.65, but it has not bounced to the upper channel. That means Apple is heavy still. Has to break and hold VWAP. SPY starting to make a move. Our upper level is 508.76.
NVIDIA pulling back.
Thank you. NVIDIA's pulling.
It's already very choppy.
Yes, it is. Just kind of bouncing around to see what's going on out here for us. Oops. What am I doing? There we go. There it is. XOM, ExxonMobil, getting lots of volume here to the upside, 0.4%. ExxonMobil. Oil is up.
EA is still going pretty strong.
Thank
Oh,
you.
nope, never mind. It's dropping back. Sorry. Never mind.
Oh, crap. It's crashing.
No, it's not. Actually, there it goes again.
Oh, there it goes again. Nope, it's crashing. Oh, Christina's on that 30-second candle.
Oh, it's up. It's down.
Yeah, she's on that 30-second candle. Look out.
Hey, I'm up $250 on that.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice. Tesla's starting to get some momentum to the upside here. Tesla needs to break 190. Let's see. Apple's down there testing that bottom again. Double bottom down there for Apple. It's testing it. AGBA, hot stock pick. AGBA still climbing to the upside. Nice momentum, 11 million volume. Average volume, 9.4 million. Free float, 16 million shares available. Staying up tall. Excuse me. Needs to stay above this $3 on AGBA. Apple on a double bottom. Apple, double bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. The whole club was looking at her. Sorry. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. We'll be here all week.
The 11:30 show is completely different from the 9:30 show.
Right.
Part of the deal.
I don't care what they say, Coach. You's all right.
Love you guys. AGBA. Let's see if it can take off to the upside. You still love me even with my Urkel shirt on. I appreciate you.
I ain't say all that.
Told you my wife's trying to dress me. She's put me in all sorts of crap. I don't know what's going to happen. AGBA. You know me, man. If it was up to me, it'd be athletic shorts and polos every day. That's it. That's all I need. She's got me in a t-shirt and a button up and then a sweater and then like a cardigan over that and then like a coat on top of that and then a coat over the coat and I'm like, what is all this?
NVIDIA in your eye and Google in your eye.
Thank you.
That's how they dress in Michigan.
It's crazy.
You won't have to wear the shirt anymore if you just go, did I do that?
I'm just gonna go naked from now on in here. I'll be the naked trader.
There's a pop in the market. Watch for SPY.
You hear that? I said naked, and there's a pop in the market.
No, you gotta keep an eye on your candles. That'll go too high.
Oh boy.
That was a French pop in the market.
Oh boy. Hey, I didn't say it. This is a family show. If you guys were thinking it, I didn't say it. Q's to the upside. Looks like we're up here on resistance on the Q's. 430, 183. We'll see if it can break through and hold. AGBA still moving up. Apple now broke through. VWAP, can it break through the pre-market setup of 173.76? If it does, you already know what to do. There goes AGBA, new high a day. AGBA, hot stock pick, new high of day.
Coach, what we were trying to impress upon people is to call out the EWOs. Do that more, right?
Correct. Absolutely.
So I think you're going to see a lot more people calling out those EWOs because that's where everybody can make the most money.
Absolutely. Good reminder there too, Ted. I like the way you roll there.
Tesla just switched to 2-minute EWO to the upside.
Thank you. Tesla 2-minute EWO to the upside and broke through a key level of resistance. So Apple is very bullish here.
To the upside.
Thank you.
Also to the upside.
Thank you. SPY's now on its fourth 2-minute EWO with the 200 sitting here.
Tesla 2-minute EWO, green.
Thank you. We'll see if
Yeah, still cranking to the upside.
Thank you. We'll see if SPY can stay above the 200 MA. Tesla still staying up here. I like it. See if it can stay. This is that resistance level I was talking about. This is a double top right here for Tesla. Same with Apple. We're on a double top for Apple over here. Over here. Can it stay above 173.76? Here comes Tesla pulling back on this double top. If I don't like that trade, then you don't know who the hell I am, right? Don't I love that trade? You bet I do. Huh? Who says I
put it in my notes.
Who says I don't like a double top pullback trade, huh?
That's your favorite.
Yeah, I even wrote it down.
Okay, great. Thank you. You can send me an invoice to this account, or you can put it in my mailbox, or just let me know however you want to handle it, and I'll take care of you. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Apple broke above pre-market setup. So now we've got a break of VWAP, the break of 200, the break of our pre-market setup. It's trending to the upside. 2-minute EWO is on the second 2-minute EWO.
Second candle on your 2-minute EWO too. Or did you already say that?
Hold on 1 second. Oh, let me see if I can put this guy up. Hold on. Hold on just a second. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm going to run down. My roofer needs a check. He's going old school, so I want to make sure I take care of him. Moderators, can you take over for me for a second? I want to go make sure to pay this guy.
A200.
Thank
upward.
you.
Get him paid. Get him paid.
Yep, Tesla's flying. Apple's flying. I'll be right back, you guys. I want to make sure I take care of him. Thank you.
You're fine.
All right, moderators, it's you. Take over.
Great call outs. Whoever called out the Tesla 2-minute EWO, Coach called the Apple 2-minute EWO. This is where you can print some money, folks. It's the
IWM, second green EWO.
There you go. IWM for the win.
Tesla at MA 200 breaking through.
Ah, what star is that?
It hasn't broken hold yet, so be cautious.
There you go. And it's only the 5th star, right? What's the
Yep.
6th? The trend.
Still indecisive. Be careful. If you just
Google
now
started to
getting
pull
in.
back.
Microsoft is pulling downward. Meta's pulling downward. Netflix also. Qs are pulling. Spies pulling a little bit. A little bit of a pullback here.
Nvidia pulling also.
On the daily chart, Tesla's
Agba new high
second
day.
candle is
Agba
green.
new high day.
Agba going. Yep.
AGBA is to the upside.
Agba.
5 rejecting off the MA 200.
Tesla popping.
Yep, sir. In it.
Nice. As am I. Apple did a nice pop over the 200 as well, huh? Got some good 2-minute EWOs, folks.
AGBA is just holy crap. Oh,
Okay,
way up.
Tesla did not. On the next candle, Tesla did not hold the 200. Be careful, folks.
Dawn is on a 2-minute green to the upside.
Which one was that?
Dawn.
What?
Your stock is on a green 2-minute EWO. It's just a little huge.
Apple broke 174 nicely. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
that.
Yeah, nice movement. Nice call out.
That's looking pretty 5 or 6 starry, isn't it?
It is definitely.
Which is
Yes.
impressive, because they were up like almost 3% yesterday, right? So to carry it forward, at least
Right.
so far, it's early.
All the big sevens trying to retest going back up.
AGBA still running.
There's a battle for Tesla's soul right at the 200 there. Let's hold it,
Sir.
baby.
Hold
I like to call it a bum fight. That's an idea.
Well, I'm cheering on the bums. Let's go bums. Team bums. Spy pull into the 9.
AGBA going diabolical.
Yeah, Christina, that was a good call out.
Watch the 428 level.
Thank you, Christina.
Yeah, Christine, I'm in it. Excellent.
Cool, you guys. I'm up 600, just about $600 right now on that.
I made 862, got stopped out, and I should have played it a little looser, but I didn't know what it was going to do.
Yeah, me too. I made 200 though.
I wish I'd bought more shares. I want to now, but I feel like it's too late. Like it's too high to buy in more. I don't know.
Never too late, Christina.
True.
For small account, one that look really nice is Shop near high day. Look beautiful.
It's usually best to wait for a pullback to add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it hasn't pulled back. I mean, I think it did like for a brief second, and I was looking at Tesla at that point, I think. But it's pulling back now.
It's got to break through that 428 mark.
All right, Mark, I see y'all in the morning. I'm gone.
Nate, have a good day.
See you, Nate.
I have credit cards. I have credit cards from the wife.
You good today, Nate?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Feed those pigeons.
He's going on the road.
SMCI is it's dropping now.
Yeah, we don't know what SMCI is doing there. 900 seems to be a level that it's resisting on.
AGBA has got 6 green candles, so possibly a pullback. Or not.
Big support at 399. That $4 mark is a tough mark for penny stocks.
Yeah.
David, what do you think about Apple so far? Where's the next line of resistance for you?
The next one, I have a minor at 174.72, and then the big one is 175. And then right now we're basically using the 174.50 as support now.
Oh my God, SMCI broke 900.
Thanks, David.
Broke above 900.
Yep.
Yeah, I got out of those shares a while ago at, I think when it was at like 920, it was till my stomach couldn't handle it.
Netflix, second red EWO. Netflix, second red EWO.
Tesla testing VWAP again.
Gosh, are we doing great call outs or what?
All right, I'm here. I'm back. Okay, so Apple's still cranking. Hopefully you guys got in on that, right? It broke VWAP, it broke the 200, and it broke our pre-market setup. It doesn't get any better than that, right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's a beautiful setup.
The contracts are larger than normal, so it's pretty rough.
Mark, be careful. That's a 1 minute. The 2 minute is not there yet.
Let's see. Spy's crashing out.
Netflix, I don't have a 2 minute EWO unless I'm messed up.
I do. No,
It's on its third now.
Yeah.
We will see if Spy can hold VWAP. If Spy can't hold right here, you're going to get a dump. You guys hear me?
Hey, Coach, SMCI resistance at 936 about?
Let me look. Yeah, SMCI. Beautiful move here. Let me go back and look.
Yeah, guys, I'm trading you issue. Sorry.
Let's see, what do we got?
Anticipation. SMCI reporting today. Be careful, guys.
Yeah, is it earnings today?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but SMCI cranking to the moon. So we got resistance at 910. Basically every dollar I'd be watching for SMCI because you got to go way back.
Yeah. Thank you, Coach, very much.
Yep. But this is resistance right here. That was one of the key ones that I had. Was this 910? Checking the L2, it's really small at 910. I don't see a whole lot in its way. So
Tesla breaking VWAP.
thank you.
Yeah, the downside.
Yep, thank you. Apple on its first sign for your 50%. 50, 20, 20, 10. Still staying up tall, but you guys know to collect, right? Don't try to be a hero always, but it is staying up nice and tall. Yep, there's really no reason to panic over there on Apple, but let me look. Yeah, it hasn't even really pulled back. All we're getting is these candles right here. So really, this isn't even a 50 yet. Look. So this isn't a pullback. This is just channeling. Can you see it?
Yeah, the prices of the contract
Well,
balance.
that's what I was gonna say. And then the prices of the contracts are so expensive compared to normal.
Yep. Yeah, it's volatility.
AMD above VWAP.
Yeah, volatility. So you're getting increased implied volatility. It's jacking up the premiums. That's why Tesla and stuff is typically so expensive. Because it's always up, down, and all around.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yep. I don't like it.
It's not like my normal Apple for me.
Yep. So all I would recommend for you, David, is just trade it the same way you did, but you will just have to pay a little more to be in the trade.
Yeah, so that's what I told everybody in the chat. I went in larger dollar-wise than I normally do, but I've already saved here because I had a previous line at 174.72.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. So this is what I mean. So this is the first area where it's consolidating.
NVIDIA popping.
So we want it to stay above this 174.50, right?
50.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Nice.
Have you been reading the chats?
No, I haven't. You guys.
It's a great confirmation what I've been saying in the chat.
That's
so,
awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah, see, we're on the same page, man.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Shoot.
AMD first green EWO.
I'm opening the chat now. Let's see. Yeah, I never have the chat open just because I've got so much stuff going on. It's so hard. It's crazy. Here, I'll put this one up. But watch, I'll show you. I'm gonna share. Yeah, look at that pullback. Look at that pullback on Apple. Yep.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yep.
And then I told him I was going to shave again if we held under 174.50.
Right,
so right now I'm waiting for this candle instead of just a wick.
Yep. Can you guys see my screen up there? How much stuff I have to review? Can you see it all?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's why typically I don't have this Zoom chat one up here too, because I've already got our regular Zoom people. This is how I control your microphones. Then I've got, if you look below that, this one right here is one of our TikToks and YouTube. YouTube's here. Twitch is over here. Right. So there's a lot going on. Anyways, this is a little behind the scenes here, what I do. Yeah, it looks like Apple bounced around this 174.33. Mastermind, you got your hand up.
Consumer confidence numbers are about to hit in like 10.
Put it down, Coach. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Did you say consumer confidence in 10 minutes?
In 10 right now.
Oh, right now. Okay, everybody watch for the market then. 10 o'clock news coming out. Yep, there goes the spike and SPY. See it?
Watch it.
Saw it.
Change.
Yep, and shift change.
Woo! That's nice.
Yeah, hang on to your butts, everybody.
Hey, I do have a question.
Go ahead.
Do you see a support estimated on the AGBA?
Let me look.
Would it be VWAP or you see something above it?
Well, it's giving us what it wants as support. Oh, wait a minute. I see it at 372 as support.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep.
Yeah, but where's that?
Yeah, so it's following it up. If you look at the L2s, see that 6,000 at 372? That's a pretty good number right there.
My L2 is different from y'all's.
Oh, I got you.
It's different.
Is it Weeble?
I'm on Weeble, but mine does not look. I wanted to ask you that, but I just hadn't had a chance to get a face-to-face kind of. It's set up different. Mine's shorter. It's not as long.
Yep. So here's what you can do. Can you see my screen?
I can't look at it right now.
I got you.
Okay. Really pushing right now.
I'm listening though.
No worries. One of the moderators will help you out. Later, yeah, just ask somebody later and we can set you up. Look at Apple popping off. It hit 174.33 and popped.
Yes, sir.
That's beautiful. But I tell you what.
So I had
I
had a previous line right there at 174.35.
No,
so we know all the points of interest. We don't know what the hell's going to happen, but we know that they're there.
That's right. And now here's the thing, everybody, right? So I said this is your first shave point. So if you got rid of 50% right here, you still are cranking to the upside, right? Since the buy was on our 2-minute EWO, which was here, you're up here, you shaved half here, you're still golden, right?
Yep. But we have 175 is previously strong. So if we see a bunch of weakness here, it'd be another point to shave.
That's right. This would be your 20% then, right? Or if you do, 425%, it's like whatever you guys want to do. I like the 50% out of the gate because it takes half off the table. I collect half of my money right away,
Yep. It takes off overall collateral in the trade and it gives you money that is now locked away.
That's correct. And it slows the trade down, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because then it doesn't move so volatile. If you take 50% of the contracts off, the volatility goes away. So instead of it like 30, 40, 50, it goes 10, 20, right? It just like, ooh.
Yep.
That's better.
It's amazing how often you can say something and be right, and I still won't do it.
That's all right. It happens. Yep, it's okay.
I mean, I almost did. Like I set sort of multiple stops, but they were all just too close to each other. You know, like I said, like a trailing stop and a stop here, but then they all kind of got triggered in a short movement. So still working on it.
Yeah, that's okay. It happens.
The EW.
Here's the thing too, right? Speaking of listening, and I love that you said that because it's true for all of us. You guys will hear me say the same thing a million times, but until you are ready to actually receive the information and implement it, you just heard it 1,001 times, right?
Yeah. It's like this time will be different. No, I know he always says that, but look at this. Not here.
Right.
And then you're like, nope, right again.
Yeah, like, damn it. Yeah, because it's really just statistics, right? We're just looking at more statistics. A double top is statistically going to pull more than it will continue to drive to the upside, unless there's some ridiculous catalyst, news, or something, right? So I'm just basing all of this off of statistics and the psychology of what all traders use so we can use it against them.
Yes, 2-minute EWO to the downside.
Yep, I see it. Good call out. Look at Apple right there, David. Look at that pullback at 175. Good call out, David.
And I'm out because I've got to run a quick errand in a little while, but let's see. 313 in 35 minutes.
$313.35 minutes. Nice job. I love
nice and slow, no over leveraging, just real relaxed.
Yep, nice and easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's how we like it, David. Have a great day. Be safe out there, my friend. We appreciate you.
I'll be back in a little bit. I just got to drop off some packages at UPS real quick.
All right, no problem, man. We'll see you when you get back.
Thanks, Dave.
How awesome is that, though, right? Look at this. All these key levels, they matter, everybody, right? They matter.
Yes, coach, and consumer confidence was at 97 versus expected 103, down in all three areas, and the 2-year interest rate is now over 5.
Okay, thank you.
All not good.
Yep. Well, if you guys remember, I said inflation is not under control. I don't anticipate them actually reducing any interest rates. In fact, if you guys remember what I said, they keep doing what they're doing. I think by the end of the year, they could increase interest rates. So we'll see.
So then you're thinking we're going to be in a bull or a bear market for a while?
Well, I mean, this is a presidential election year. Typically during that, they like to drive the market to the upside so that it makes the existing candidate look positive. It's what they always do. So it's fighting the system right now. We're just fighting the system. It's supposed to be going up, but because we had 2023, the biggest, up year, it's a lot.
Yeah, so it's a definite maybe.
Yeah, the problem is because of 2023 was such a run up, it's making it hard to make 2024 the same, right? Even though everything is still okay. Plus, of course, we've got the new conflict. Everybody's kind of skittish on that. Interest rates are not being lowered. If the feds would not have said, oh, we think we might lower it, 4 or 5 or 6 times this year. And then every time they're like, no, we're not. This is all weird stuff, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, coach, we could definitely say it's a correction, but it's a leap to go from correction to bear.
Yeah, to full bear. Yeah, technically we're in a bear market if you look at the day chart, but it's not like collapsing, death-defying destruction bear market, right?
Right.
So
we just play what's given to us.
That's right. So if you look at this, remember we just did this. So this was April. See how this is all down the whole month of April. See it? So April was look at this. April was a bear market. See it?
Yes, sir.
When before, constantly up. So technically, it's a bear market. But you can see the nice spike bounce here off the 22nd, starting to make a move back to the upside. So we'll see. But we had already determined it was in a bear market once this started to collapse. So we already saw that. The writing was on the wall here.
TikTok sound.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. And some of the other weird things that we had too, right? Crypto. We had the halving. I told you that would drive all the way up to the halving. It drove all the way up to the halving, right? So money was pouring into crypto and altcoins, and right, all the kids were waking up from their slumbers talking about crypto again after sitting there for a year and a half or 2 years of doing nothing. So that all started to wake up. Now, typically after a halving, just so everybody knows, it usually takes about 3 weeks, and then it should be back in the news again. So we will see. Let me check crypto as a matter of fact now. Yeah, Bitcoin is at 60, so it's still falling. Still falling. But we already made our money, right? Isn't it always just like leading up to earnings, right? It drives up, right? It is always buy the rumor, sell the news. Well, guess what? The halving was the news, and there it went.
Yeah, my Coney's taking a hit.
Yep, and it will for a while. That's just the name of the game. Dollar cost average. Yep.
I'm just in it for the shares.
Yep, absolutely. If you guys are doing any type of long-term investment, we have to be ready for all the changes. And this is why we diversify all of our accounts so that we got a taste of everything. And that way, if one thing collapses, our accounts aren't wrecked. Let's see. I see people are posting in the profits and loss. Make sure you guys post that.
Hey, Coach, can I ask a question?
Yep.
So I'm in NVIDIA calls, and it's taken a little dive. Now, I didn't sell. Usually I kind of like scalp and just try to get in and out quickly. But should I even be like, I mean, I have a month to go. I'm always like confused at what I should do. Should I just take the loss or hold out?
On a long-term hold forever trade, is that what you said?
No. I mean, I have them till the end of May.
Oh, so you have a monthly contract.
Right.
When did you buy them?
This morning.
And you want to hold them?
I don't want to, but I don't want to sell them right now for a loss.
Uh-oh. You guys hear that mentality?
There you go. Take the loss.
Did everybody hear that?
I know, but I mean, it's NVIDIA, though.
That doesn't mean anything. Okay, so you...
That's what I did when I gambled, Coach.
Yeah.
You should be listening to you.
Yep. So, okay.
We're getting a downward trend now.
So what is it you bought, partner? Calls or puts on NVIDIA?
I bought two call options.
And when did you said today? What time? Like
this morning.
Because you should be up.
Well, I was, but then now on this dive, I'm beginning to lose. But I don't want to panic because it's NVIDIA, though. I mean, you blink your eye and it's going to be hitting new highs.
Nope. Get all that garbage out of your mind, right? We don't think like that, right? That's called hopeism.
Sounds like the stop loss was not in place neither.
Yeah. Yep. So a couple things, partner. No. Get all that out of your head. There's no such thing as it's NVIDIA, though. We trade the trades of what's given to us. And if you were planning on holding overnight, you already don't have the correct contracts.
I know. I picked short ones.
Yep. So all of this is going to go against you, and you're not going to like any of the outcome, right?
Right.
So since you're sitting in it now because you didn't have a stop loss for some reason, which we'll talk about in a minute. Now, if I'm looking at it, because you sat through whatever pain you did, this is where it can rebound, VWAP. See it?
Yeah.
But you need to address why you didn't have stops, why you were planning on taking 30-day contracts and holding overnight. That is one of the biggest rule no-nos I have.
Well, I definitely wasn't planning on holding overnight. It was supposed to be a scalp, but a lot of times when I put an order in and I put a stop loss, my stop loss doesn't work. So I have to buy the stock or buy the option contract and then go back in and then put the loss on it. So I usually put the loss on it big enough to where it doesn't stop me out right away. But then when I started to do that, it started to sink. And I'm like, if I put it on now, I'm going to take a loss.
Okay.
So, like I got all of these thoughts about, it's NVIDIA, just hang out for a minute.
Yeah, nope. Okay. I got you. So we're all on the same page. So everybody, I want this to all be clear for all of you that are doing this. So because his stops are sometimes working, sometimes not, that means he has to use a mental stop. The problem with using a mental stop, as you guys can hear, is that you are not able to use a mental stop. Right?
Yeah, fear and optimism closet.
Right, Anthony?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like get in my own way.
Yeah,
to
so this
ride
is,
it out.
yep, so you should not be trading at all. You cannot trade at all until you can handle a mental stop because your physical stops aren't working. This means you are not allowed to trade, sir, because you will be your worst enemy. You will think NVIDIA is going to climb to the moon forever when actually it can be a dumpster dive. You're going to turn, I say this every day, everybody, you're going to turn a scalp into an overnight swing into a major loss right?
Right.
Don't ever do everything you're doing is completely opposite of everything I train.
Okay.
So your outcome is going to be exactly opposite of what I try to get you to, right?
Yeah, no, I try to follow the rules to the letter, but it just a lot of times with this stupid stop loss that I got to put it on after it, like sometimes you don't know it does the for some reason I don't know it always does a dip right after I buy, so I'm the one that sets the market up and down for some reason.
That's
But-
okay, because a dip should not be enough to pull you out of the trade, right?
Well, I still have problems trying to figure out the exact stop loss percentage when you go from like a Nvidia stock down to like like a Snap or something,
Yep.
So it's like it's hard to gauge in that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. But you're running you're just completely running over my training, though.
I know.
I mean, completely. So you are going to run into ass loads of losses, but you're going to say you follow some of the rules, but you're not. You're not following any rules, right? No rules are being followed here. None. Not a single rule has been followed at all of what I teach, right?
Yeah.
So, and the only reason I'm saying this is because you're not alone. Do you know how many people in this room are doing exactly what you're doing, but you're going to think you're following the rules, but none of you are doing that. And all of you, right, that are failing right now are like, well, I don't know why. Yeah, you do. Every one of you should know why. Nothing is being applied that I talk about. Right?
Yeah.
So this goes for all of you that is listening. So thank you, Anthony, for bringing it up, by the way, because people just don't want to talk about it. But it happens because we're humans. So again, trade the trades. If you can't use a mechanical stop, you can't do it. The other thing that I heard is you are scalping. Everybody in this room, who is the only people allowed to scalp?
Master scalpers.
Yep. Master.
Aries.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'm not all about scalping. Like, if it does a quick pop, then I'll say, hey, you know what? I'll grab my $300, $400, and I'm out.
That's
if
scalping.
If I'm watching the 2 minute and I see where it's going, then I'll hang into it. But so I'm like opportunistic in any way that I can pull that profit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
but
it's not like I'm just all about scalping and I don't follow any of the the 2 minute rules or anything like that, because usually I do. But on different stocks, if there's a nice pop, then I say, oh, you know what? Let me grab that profit, get the hell out of Dodge, and I'm good.
Okay, so everybody, let's evaluate what was said. Right? Anthony, don't be mad. Love your face. Ready?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Cheer me up.
I'm not going to beat you up, but are you ready for the real truth? The coach coming at you?
Yep.
Everybody, Anthony says he's not talking about scalping, but everything that just came out of his mouth is he is scalping only. Did everybody catch it?
Yeah, this is how to lose your money on the first track.
Yep. So
rationalizing.
So
You want
Anthony,
to scalp into 2W.
Anthony, everything you said is I'm scalping. All you said is, well, when it pops, I scalp, and when it stays long, I stay in a scalp. That's all you said. All you're doing is scalping. Again, if you are not a master, which means mechanics and mental state, you should not be scalping. I cannot stress this enough. The reason is, Anthony, and this is going to happen to a lot of you, so I'm glad you spoke up. You'll go, yeah, this is awesome. I got a nice $200 pop. I see it right here. And then it will knife drop on you. You don't have a stop. There is no mechanical. You're saying this is NVIDIA, right? It should go to the upside. I'll be okay. I got a 30-day contract. I'm going to hold it overnight. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. There was bad news. This thing is all sunk down, and I just lost 70% of these contracts, and then I sell them off. This is everything I heard.
Okay.
Everybody understand this, right? So, yep. So please, everybody. So the first thing, Anthony, is I would try to figure out, why are the stops not working? You know what I mean? Let's evaluate that, because if they're not, we need to see what's going on. Are we buying into stuff that maybe doesn't have a ton of sellers, right? Maybe there's not a lot of open interest.
Well, for some reason, when I put the stop on when I make the trade, it doesn't go on. It doesn't go on.
Okay.
So what I do is I just make the trade, and then usually immediately I just go over and I put a
manual stop.
I usually do a trailing stop. I do a trailing stop with a percentage, and I'm good to go, and that's it. And so I cut any losses immediately.
So you use an E-Trade? Is that what you're in?
Say that again.
Are you using E-Trade?
Yeah, the Thinkorswim.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, yeah, because Webull doesn't have trailing stops for options, everybody, in case you caught that, right? Catching these words? Okay. So if that's the case, then you have to, no matter what, first thing I'd do, though, is I'd reach out. Hey, why doesn't this work? And then they can either help you to identify, or if mechanically it isn't going to happen that way, you have to force yourself to put the stop in, so when it knife drops, you don't get your face wrecked. Then you don't turn this, what was supposed to be a $200 to $400 pop into thousands of dollars of loss because you hold and hold and hold. Well, it should bounce back, and then you're into it to the next day. Now you've got, it didn't recover, plus you got time decay, plus, you know what I'm saying? It just adds up too great.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't have a problem taking a loss if I have to. I'm just, it just, I after we watch the stock for so long, we see the patterns, and we see. Now I understand that it doesn't. News happens, knife drops happen, all of that kind of stuff. But it's like you can anticipate where you think you're going with it. So does that make any sense?
It does, but you need to trade the trades and not do anything you're doing.
Okay.
Yeah, everything you're doing, I would just cross it off. I'd get out my journal and I would say, everything that I'm doing, coach says, don't do none of that no more.
Right.
He just said anticipate.
Yeah, it's everything you're doing is not what I talk about in this room, Anthony. Love your face, but I don't want you doing any of it anymore. None of it.
No, I got what you're saying.
Yep, none of it. So don't go back tomorrow and go, I'm going to go back to my ways. You will do nothing but lose money if you do that. That's it. Period, point blank. You'll get lucky on some trades and you'll end up losing your ass off overall. You're going to run into a couple that are just going to wreck all your stuff. So what happens is, I can tell by the trades you can make, is you'll have a couple of green days and then the red days are wrecking your soul.
Okay.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm doing pretty good. I mean, year to date, I'm up. I don't want to put numbers out there, but I mean, I'm up.
Okay.
I'm good, but it just, I'm trying to fine tune some of the problems that I'm having. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, this is it. This is the problem. So, I mean, it sounds like you're finding success in scalping, but it sounds like when you're not is as soon as you break the rules. First one, that no stop.
Right.
That is the number one thing that comes out of my face in here.
Okay.
And because of that, that's going to make you have red days when you shouldn't be. So if you're wondering right now why you are not more successful, that is it.
Okay.
That is it right there. So we don't care what the stock is. We don't care that NVIDIA should go to the moon. If this isn't a swing trade and you didn't design it for a swing trade and you didn't set it up for a swing trade, don't swing trade it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So just kind of keep all of that separate.
Okay.
Yeah. Your scalping should have those tight stops like you like, not tight enough where if it just, one candle, right? There really shouldn't be a single candle that wipes you out on options. I don't care. It's one candle, right? So if one candle on a scalp is like wrecking your account and wrecking your soul, you guys are in too big. You're in too big. But coach, my stops, if your stops are all too tight, you're probably all in too big. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So let's just, everybody again, position size is king or queen, however you want to say it. right? Position size. And from there, then we can control the stops, how much it's moving, right? Maybe on your scalps, you go in a little bit smaller, but then you can allow them to breathe a little bit more. So if you do anticipate that, NVIDIA is having big moves, well, if you go in a little bit smaller, you're allowing the bigger moves without it damaging your account and letting it breathe and do what it needs to do until it gets to where it's going to go. So if you are used to these patterns and maybe NVIDIA today is like all over the place like this, well, maybe go in half the size and let it work through all this nonsense. Because if it breaks here, I'm out. If it goes up here, I'm golden. Make sense?
Right. Yeah, no, I'm in very light. I mean, I'm not like taking a huge bath on it.
Sure.
But I'm just trying to fine tune, where my ins and outs and,
now
and the strat.
Yep. Now you know.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. It's 10:26. We started this conversation about 10:15. If I was you, I would seriously go onto our YouTube channel. Just look at today's date from around 10:15 until now, and just listen to what you and I are talking about together, and listen to it a couple times and take notes.
Okay.
Yep, that's all. Good
All right.
job.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate you.
Thanks.
Yep. Now, see, this is
The
what I'm talking
conversation
about.
helps many members in this group that aren't willing to admit it.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, it really does. And this is why I tell you guys all the time, it's better to just come out and ask the questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. You should never feel afraid to ask somebody. Just ask. You're helping yourself. Look at NVIDIA crashing out. Right? This is why we have that stop in place, Anthony. This is exactly why, right? So anyways, I like it when you guys ask questions, right? If you have an issue, let's address it. There will be somebody else that's going through the same thing. It might not be identical to what you're doing, but there might be one little piece in there. You're like, oh my gosh, that's what I'm missing. Like that's the missing link, right? So we can all learn from each other. Keep the questions coming. Keep trying to learn. Continue to educate. We got to continue to grow together. I love it when that happens. Listen, sometimes you're not going to like the answer I give you, but it's going to be an honest answer from a real coach. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to try to make you feel good and then you're just going to lose money. That's not my job. My job is to make you the best you can be, and that's what I'm going to do. So sometimes you'll like it, sometimes you won't. Don't know what to tell you. That's what you pay me for, to have a real coach. Frankie, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
I'm good, coach. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, partner. Justin, go ahead. You got your hand up?
Yes, coach. This is about a straddle that I want to do. It's on NVO, which is the people who make Ozempic. Anyway, they're announcing Thursday morning before the market opens. I missed it with Eli Lilly today. I thought they were announcing after, but they announced it this morning. It went up $50, so I wanted to do it on NVO.
Okay.
And I'm curious if, I know it needs to move quite a bit, so I want to make sure I'm doing the right strike prices, and I'm hoping maybe you can educate me on that a little bit.
Yep, absolutely. So it's NVO, right? Novo?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Yep. Okay, so a couple things, couple rules. Is it tonight they're doing the earnings or tomorrow? Is that what you said?
They do it Thursday morning pre-market, so it needs to be done Wednesday night.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So everybody straddle on earnings. So the biggest thing that you want to do, number one, the timing of when we buy the straddles. We want to buy these at the absolute end of the day. Okay. So be ready at 355, 356, 358. You guys have seen me one day. I accidentally bought them too late and I couldn't get in. That can happen. So I just try to get in by the end of the day. That way you're not already, losing money to time decay. Plus it's moved all over the place. Buy it at the end of the day, and then we'll go from there. And obviously there's no stops in the post market. Then there's no stops in the pre-market for the next day. And you're absolutely right. The only way a straddle is going to make money was with huge volatility. So the other thing that we want to do, minimum contracts of 30 days. I don't like to buy anything that's like a week. You can, but you're going to lose time decay as soon as you wake up. Both of the call and the put, if it was a week out, you will lose 15, typically around 15 to 20% of both of them. Okay, so you already lose the day you wake up. So even if it was great, you already lost money. So I try to do at least minimum, if this is a lotto style trade, minimum 30 days out. If you have the money, 60, 90 days, 90-day plus is always preferred. Now, strike price, I always do at the money strikes, including straddles. The only time I'm not doing at the money for any options is when I'm doing leaps. When I do leaps, meaning I'm going to hold as a long-term investment, I go deep in the money. When I'm doing straddles, I don't need to do that. So what you'll do, partner, on that Wednesday night, you're going to look at where it is. In the money, or I'm sorry, at the money is either going to be one bracket in or one bracket out. See it here? So
yes, sir. Yes, sir, I did.
So if I was buying these right now, ATM at the money, if I was buying these right now, and it doesn't matter, you just take your pick. So the other thing that I'm going to look at when I'm going to do this is I want to have an open interest that makes sense. Okay. So what does that mean? Well, if I was going to buy this one, which is out of the money at 131, look how terrible the open interest is right here. You see this? So the put side, you might have a problem selling these. If you're like, well, I want to buy 50 contracts, right? It was right here, by the way. It was 26. Well, that's a huge red flag. What if you can't get rid of the contracts? So,
Coach, what's a good open interest number?
Well, it depends on how many you want to buy, right?
Got it.
Yeah. Think about it. If I'm going to buy 100 contracts, there better be a lot, at least 1,000. If I'm going to buy one, then I'd probably want at least 100. Does that make sense?
Yeah, thank you, Coach.
Yeah, because if you're like, oh, I want to buy 15 contracts, but there's 26 people that are like, oh, it's too tight. So not only then are we looking at the money, we're also looking at open interest. That is a huge number for us. If there is not a good open interest at that area, so let's look at this. Let's go 30 days out. It's the 30th. So let's see, it'd be what, May, the end of May. So right here, and look at the open interest. You don't see a lot of open interest out here, right? None. Look at it. There's nobody home. So this is dangerous. If I was like, well, I want to do a 131 strike, look at the open interest. There was 0 for puts and 235 for calls. Everybody see it? That's dangerous. Now, that's probably because the price has been running up, which means that nobody's been home. That's why you're seeing everybody sitting here at the 125 range. See them all? And 127. So again, if there's nobody home ready to buy your contracts, I can't do at the money. If that is the case, I don't buy farther out of the money because it typically takes longer for you to make money the farther away from the dollar you are. So then I go in, right? I always go in. I'll pay more, right? If you look at the pricing, I'll pay more the deeper in the money I go, but I need to find something with a good open interest. And right here would be perfect. See the 127? That is your move if you were buying 10 contracts. See it? It would not be here.
Yes, Coach. Sorry on the delayed answer. I have it muted. So
No, you're all right. So I hope that makes sense. That makes sense, everybody?
yes, sir, it does.
Okay.
So I guess I was doing it wrong before. It sounds like I was. I was going and trying to find the same price. Like I would go like $10 or $15 out of the money. I did it with Tesla and I thought I did it right, but I just educated myself. I was doing it wrong, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, right? Like I said, the farther out you go, the longer it takes. Like the more movement there has to be to get closer to your break-even price, or in this case, your strike price, before it starts to make money. So if you're really far out, but it doesn't, move crazily, you don't even start to make any money. So now all you're doing is losing money on time, waiting for it to make that big of a move. Okay. And this goes for all of your options. If you guys notice, if I was even scalping right now and I bought these versus these because of my delta, right? If you look at this, this is 53 cents on the dollar. This is 67 cents on the dollar. This is closer, right, to the actual price because your price, remember, is your strike price plus your mid price is your break even price, which is really what it's using to find out where it is here. So if I am closer, deeper in the money, more on the dollar, right? 67 cents is worth more than 53 cents. The more money it makes in my favor because the faster it moves because the higher the delta. Does that make sense, everybody? It's like having a bigger, it's having a bigger piece of the pie, right? You have 67 cents now working for you instead of 53 cents. Well, if you have more working for you, that's going to go faster. I hope that makes sense.
So, Coach, one of the what you're like, could you, if you were doing this now, could you just tell me the strike? You would probably go after the 125 strike because I'm probably going to do 10 contracts.
It would have been 127. See it right here?
Yes, sir.
It would have been 127 on May 31st if I was doing it right now. If it was Wednesday at 3:58 p.m. Eastern, and this is where they were, this is exactly what I would get. I would get 10 of those. Yep. Not financial tax or investment advice, but if that is what I was looking for, that is exactly what I would be trading. Make sense, everybody?
Appreciate that, man. Yep. It really helped me out a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you just need to check all those numbers again before you buy, like right when you do it.
Oh, yeah.
What we did right now is meaningless, right?
That's correct. So you'll be staring at this the last hour of that day, right? And you're going to go, okay, what makes sense? Where is it at? And this, again, is why you need to wait to see where it goes. Well, what if it pulls $10 before the bell, right? That's going to change how much in the money you are. Am I right? This is why we need to wait till the last minute to see which one makes sense. And I'm actually going to have Carter make a video on this if you guys, sounds plausible, right?
Recording stopped.
It's starting at 10:30, Coach.
Training there, Coach. I really appreciate it.
Yep, absolutely.
It started right at 10:30, Coach.
Perfect.
Made a note to come watch.
All right, thank you.
Amazing, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Love your faces. I'm trying to give them more and more and more and more stuff because remember, on our YouTube channel, it's going to be all training now. No, I don't care about profits in there anymore. Everything's training oriented.
Recording in progress.
That is why, again, we provide more free training and education than anybody else ever has, right? That's our entire primary objective. I want to help people that typically couldn't get help or wouldn't understand where to go, how to go, what to do. I want to help everybody, regardless if you're paying or not. Everybody's like, oh, we're trying to get money. We have more free everything than anybody else out there for a reason. Would I love for them to become a paid member? Absolutely. That keeps my lights on. But if I can help people along the way and we have other people that are helping by paying, more power to us, man. I don't got a problem with that at all. I think it's great. We want to help as many people as we can. I want as many people as we can to not be worrying about that shit-ass 9-to-5 job you hate, right? And we'll continue to do that forever and always.
And you proved it.
Thank you. Love your faces. Let's see. Hold on, just checking. If anybody sees anything, let me know. I see SPY is pulling to the downside. Looks like it hit a double bottom. Let me check. Yeah, not really. I mean, double bottom would be technically where the low a day is, but I'm looking at my trading view indicators. This is a double bottom from the open, which was here, and I could see it on my trading view. So this is why SPY is bouncing. So right here, and we talked about this a little bit in the VIP this morning. This is your upper level. It rejected it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. This is your double bottom right here and here. This is your triple top right here. And every one of these is a trading situation. Look at it. Right? This told us where resistance was. Came up, we'd have bought puts. Yay, congratulations. Came up, we would have bought puts. Yay, congratulations. Double bottom, we would have bought calls. Yay, congratulations. Make sense?
Yes, Coach.
Makes sense, Coach. And I'm on my 7th green day.
Oh, hell yes.
Coach,
By the way, I like the work. I enjoyed my jobs, but they never paid me nothing like this.
Well, I'm glad you're here, man. Hopefully you're doing amazing things and we can change your life in here, right?
Yeah, I'm learning.
Good.
I just wondering if I'm holding on like 10 Teslas and I wait for it to go down. I don't let those 10 go. And when it goes down and I think it's coming back up, I'll buy like 5 and then sell them off a little higher. And then, when I think it comes back down again, I'll buy 5. And when I think it goes back up, I'll sell them off again. I mean, without losing the 10 that I already have.
Yep. And you can do that. So what you're doing is you are scalping and then adding at key levels and then shaving at other key levels, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Absolutely. Just remember, no matter what, right, you want to get rid of them if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I never want you adding in on losers, but yes, you can always do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me be here. This is a great place.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for being here, man. You guys are awesome. Love your faces. So look at SPY continuing to climb off of this bounce. So everybody in this room, if it breaks VWAP, where does it want to go?
Up.
Yep. And where is it? See the level?
509.50.
509.50. Yep. So what do you think? What do you think could possibly happen when it hits 509.50?
Go down.
That's right. And if it doesn't and it pops and it runs, we get out of those puts and we get into calls. And the more times it touches this level, the more bullish it becomes until eventually it will break through. But until it shows us that, we trade the trade over and over and over and over and over until it shows us something different, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Because again, if you're a master scalper and it goes against you, you can just get out. Boom, you're in the next one, moving on, making money. For the rest of you, if you're 2-minute EWO trading, trade the 2-minute EWOs. So let's review SPY. This is trash. Never broke VWAP. Here's your buy. Here's your sell, 50%. Touched VWAP, came up, pulled back. Here's your 20%. One line came through. One without anything else, and not a long candle broke through. That means don't worry, right? If it had confirmation or longer candle, I would have got out. Otherwise, and it goes back up, pulls back, 20%. Comes down, breaks through. There's your confirmation candle, meaning there's one and through. I'm out. You made money here, 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 out, and you bought right here. Make sense?
Yes,
sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
I love this.
Yep. And then here's the next one. This one's way harder. I understand. So if you would have got in down here, this is the part you've got to be careful of. If you didn't know this area, you would have been like, oh, I'm going to go hammer puts. First thing I do before I buy anything is I look back. What was going on back here? Is it going to make sense when I do what I'm about to do, or do I need to panic? If you look at all of this traffic, this is all where you're going to find support. This is where it's sitting, right? So I'd have to be more cautious here. So if you got into this one and you're like, yay, and you made like $20, good for you. That's great. But look at what it did right after. Completely faded, right? Look at it right here. Thank you. Love you. You're so crazy. My wife's
Hey,
so
coach. So let's go back to this example again. So if you go back before 8:16 now, right?
If I go back to where?
On before 8:30.
We're talking Eastern time, right?
Yes.
If I go back before 8:30, okay, I'll mark 8:30. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so let's say you don't know you are at that time right now.
Uh-huh.
Right? So how would you, by just looking at pre-market here, right? From let's say 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay.
Right? Using the same analogy you just used from 8:30 to 10:46, right?
Yep.
So can you go over from 6:30 to 8:30?
Well, 6:30 is irrelevant, yeah, because there's no information inside of 6:30 that's helping us, at least right here. You see it? So if I look at this, see how there's nothing here, everybody? So we don't need to look at that until it goes up. So once it breaks up here, 6:30 becomes relevant. Make sense?
No, it does not.
Let me explain it again. Do you see any information in here?
No.
Okay. So would
what is that about though? I see that.
This is what I'm talking about. So let's break this down.
So you're focusing on.
That's correct. And right? So you got to listen to the sound of my voice. Yes? So right down here, there's nothing that pertains to where we're trading now. Correct?
Okay.
Are we on the same page?
I got you. Huh?
But as soon as this breaks 509.50 here, now we have information we can go on, right? Now we will use the information from before to tell us what to do. Make sense?
I got you now.
There
Okay.
you go. Now we're on the
So
light bulb.
at 8:30, if it was above 509, then we would have to go with what was on pre-market.
That's correct.
I see what you said.
And there's your light bulb moment. Look at that light bulb. Huh? Tell me I'm not.
So on the same analogy, so right now at 10:48, if it breaks above 509,
50,
and then it goes up and down, that's the data we'll use going forward then.
That is correct. So this will be new information. 509.50 is a new channel. Yes?
Gotcha.
And once it breaks into a new channel, then we will start to address what do we need to do, right?
Okay. And now imagine it comes below 509.50, right? Right?
Yeah, if it stays below it, if it stays below it, we can use all this information, right?
Okay, gotcha. That's the new.
That's correct. So as long as it stays where it has been, we already know what it's doing. If it gets to an area it hasn't been, we have to look at history. Because this is a question mark. This is not. Make sense, everyone?
Okay. No, I got it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks a lot for that. So one more question, one last one.
Oh, shit.
So when you say you have to look at the history, it doesn't mean it will turn out that way all the time, though.
That's correct. They're just giving us key critical levels from before that will help us determine what could possibly happen. So instead of having a 0% chance of knowing what is going on, which is where all of you were when you walked in this door, let's be honest, right? 99% of you did not know what to do because you just assumed you buy and you hope that the stock market goes up. Am I right?
True.
So
Absolutely correct.
Yep. So instead of being,
Yes, that's what I thought.
yeah.
Oh,
So
you hear something's going on right at the top.
That's correct. So instead of being at 0%, now we've increased our opportunity to probably more about 80 to 90% chance knowing, look at exactly what just happened, and I said when it gets to around 509.50, what it's going to do. Yes?
Yes, sir. And in tour before, because like you say, some people buy before get to the line, so
That's
they
right.
are ahead of the play.
And there it is, right? Isn't that a perfect example of what I've been saying all day right here?
Yes, sir.
Does everybody see it? And this did exactly what I said. I said, where is it going to go now that it broke VWAP and it goes to the upside? Where does it want to go? And I said, and I quote, when it gets there, isn't that resistance? And we would buy puts, and we do it until it shows us otherwise. If you listened to my training in the last 10 minutes, you just made an ass load of money. Yes?
Yes, coach. Yes, sir.
Yes, coach.
There you go. I mean, this is
Copy
right here.
that.
Yeah, right here. Proof is in the pudding, right? So again, we went from 0 chance. We have no idea. I don't know. Is it going to go up or down? I don't know. We have no to we do know. We have a greater idea of what it's going to do. If this breaks below VWAP, where's a good opportunity? Where would it possibly go next? Right.
200.
508.11.
There it is.
Coach, I have a question there.
Wait, hold.
Do you can
Wait.
sorry.
Raise your hand because I got a bunch of people with hands up. I don't want everybody out of line. Yep. Thank you though, Freddie. I'll get you partners. Raise your hand. All right. Let me get through these questions. Sorry, guys. I see your hands. Troy, go.
Yeah. Back to Anthony's question about the stop loss. There was a nuance in there that I caught, but I'm not sure that you didn't. Just want your feedback. Is he said he normally goes in as soon as he puts his buy in, he goes in and puts in a trailing stop.
Correct.
But he didn't this time.
Correct.
Which to me, and it sounds like if he would have put that in, he would have got stopped out, but his stop would have been much more manageable than
correct
questioning it for the moment and then letting it run away. So it just proved
Bingo.
that if he would have put the stop in, even though he would have got stopped out, it would have been better than him holding up.
Absolutely, because then we don't have to do the mind dance, right? We don't have to play the can it, is it, oh no, it's not, oh well, next, maybe, we don't do that, right?
Yeah, because it sounds like he already had figured out what the right stop was. He just should have put it in, let it do its thing, and if it stopped out, find the next level. Move on.
That's correct. Yep. And while we're doing that, look at SPY below VWAP. Didn't we discuss this?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Wags, go ahead.
Gravy.
Yeah, it's just like taking candy from a baby. Go ahead, Wags. I hear you.
Are there any videos that shows us how to do the like how to get into the straddle, like even options, so that like which buttons to push and execute it?
I can show you right now. It'll take 2 seconds. Ready? Are you? Yeah. Are you on Weeble?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Feedback's coming in big time. Okay, so all you would do is you go to options, click mid. This is the one you would buy. So you'd buy, this is your call, so 509. So you'd place your contracts, however many you want. Make sure you choose limit. Choose your last price on this, which is the mid price. There should be one for mid. Why is this doing this? Hold on. SPY. Oh, this is why. Hold on. There we go. Here's my contracts. I had it linked down here to chart 3 instead of chart 1, so I couldn't show you correctly. So right here, it'd be limit, mid price, how many contracts. This will tell you how much you're paying for it if you look right here at amount. See it right here? So then I would place that order. Then I would go in and I would also buy my puts. Same thing right here, mid price. That's how much you pay. There's your 2 orders. Then you're going to see them sitting right here in your orders until they fill. Once they fill, they're going to be setting in your positions. So then you'll see them right here.
Coach, do you put the stop on when you're buying it?
If you can, yes, but remember, this is a straddle. So you're not doing that because what we were discussing is a straddle through earnings, which was pre-market, which there is no stop, right?
That's right. Yes, sir.
Yep. All right, I got 100 hands going up. By the way, when we took that money from SPY, this is all I heard. That's all I heard. Yep, that's all I heard.
You're gonna think it's my wife's baby over here.
That's all I heard when we took that money from SPY. Nice job.
Thank
Jimmy,
you.
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. Jimmy H, go.
Hey, Coach, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. So I got on the 2-minute EWO on Ford this morning.
Okay.
Inputs.
Yep. Nice job.
I'm up $7,500.
Yeah, that's not like going to
in my paper account.
Nice job. Okay. Good.
So I finally talked my aunt into using her lifetime.
Okay.
She's at the dentist today getting her teeth because her dog chewed her teeth up.
Oh, goodness. I hate it when that. Yeah, the dentures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been working with her, kind of giving her the, pointers.
Sure.
And going to try to get her in here and get her going because she's been doing insurance adjusting.
Oh, I got you.
And 60 hours a week sitting in that chair,
it's
killing her back.
That's brutal. Now listen, Jimmy, I want to put some money in your pocket, okay?
Okay.
So what you need to do is ask the moderators when I'm gone this afternoon. They're going to walk you through how to get an affiliate link. Have her use that link, and you'll make an ass load of money off of her using the link to buy her membership, okay?
Oh, it was the one that I had bought for last February.
Oh, I got you. Okay, perfect. Okay, good.
I'd already bought it for her.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, good deal. Nice job.
She just never used it.
I got you. Nice job. Okay, Peter Pete, go.
Hi, Coach. About the SPY talk, if we reward 4 minutes ago, why 50860 will not be aligned 50860 with the pre-market?
Let me look.
Yes.
Yeah, I see it. So this is a line, but remember, so this could be support, right? And think about this. Every one of these levels is support. There's one here, right? There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one, right? These are all levels. Okay. So what we're trying to do though is identify the best levels that make the most sense, because we want to look at where is it trying to get to, right? So we can make the most money from it. But yes, every single one of these are levels. It's just how critical are they to it? How much weight do we put on it? And where's it going to go from there? So yes, Peter Pete, technically, absolutely. But it's not 60. It's actually 508.50. But that's because, remember, it's going to be off by a couple cents, which could be 10 cents for SPY, but that's where it's at. Make sense?
So it's too close to the other upper ones. So because it's about 10 cents, we say, so we reject it, correct?
Well, it's a real number, but most likely, right, if it can't break or if it can't hold this little baby area, we're going right back to where we started. And when I'm looking at this, when I was talking about this, is I'm looking at big picture. Big picture is channel here and here. We're going to get all sorts of stuff in the middle, new channels, right?
Oh, I see, understand now. Yeah. Because it's the two extreme, right?
Yes.
It's the top and the bottom.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm just looking at big extremes of where it wants to go. But if I was quick scalping, I would look at every little baby channel here and here and then here and then here and then here, right? So that's different. That's a little different, right? But if I'm looking at puts here, broke past VWAP, I'm looking to here, right?
With the stop loss, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Great
Thank
question.
you.
Yeah, great question. Mark, go.
Yeah, with charting lines every day, putting lines in, can there be too many lines, right? And like when some get a little close, do you just combine them?
Yep, that's a great question. So you guys will get chart overload, right? So if you guys notice, every day when I restart this, I get rid of all my lines. Have you guys noticed that every day when I walk in, I don't have a single line on my screen? So for you guys, what I would mark is gold levels, okay? Gold levels are major key areas, right? Here's high of yesterday. Here's low of yesterday. Those are, right, key gold levels, okay? So those are going to matter. If it's touched 8 million times, like it can't break through, like right here, this is a major gold level, right? So in my head, I'm putting all this together right here, major gold level. But again, if tomorrow it's in a different area, different range, it isn't touching the same thing, I look at it again. Does it make sense? Is it anywhere near this? If it was, how many times did it touch? Right? So I'm using previous history to go forth. So again, if you just have a million lines on your screen, which you could have, because look, if I put every key level of everything that's on here and you back this out by 30 days, there would be a line every 10 seconds on my chart, right? We don't need that.
You remember Mitch's line, Coach?
Yes.
Mitch's line was everywhere.
Yeah, which I don't recommend. That's chaos, right? So look at this. But again, right, you see this, Peter Pete? So this is what I was talking about. This was your pull, right? And look at where it went, everybody. We just hit exactly where I said, yes?
Yes.
There you go. There's your payday.
Is Microsoft doing the same thing? It's got a big channel and a couple little channels, obviously. It's been hitting this same line multiple times today where it's at right now.
Yeah, so this is support for Microsoft. Is this 398? Yep, 70-ish. Yep, that's support. So if it breaks that, you're going to go looking back at previous time frame to see where it's going to go to, right? But during all of this training, if you guys listened to me at all, everybody bought puts right here, and you wrote it all the way down to right here because now we're on calls. Did anybody in here do this?
I did, Coach. It's freaky.
I did, Coach.
That's awesome. Right? So it did exactly what we said, exactly where we said. It went to where we wanted it to go. We based all of this off of this key critical area, and this is how you all get paid. And now look at your Microsoft just broke your level of support. So now you are getting paid on puts because you would have hammered puts because you knew that was a gold area. Now you'd be looking at previous history information. Where is it going to go to? And paydays all over the place, right? It's too easy. It's too easy, drill sergeant. Listen, and trading is not easy. You guys know that. But everything is easy once you understand it and you learn it. A brain surgeon is going to say this is easy. Somebody replacing your brakes is going to say this is easy. Somebody replacing your entire engine is going to be like, well, of course, this is easy. Same with your transmission, right? Once you know it, it's easy, right? This is where you need to get to. Then it's about execution, mental fortitude, understanding where it could go, what to do, the mechanics of the trade, why you're doing what you're doing, where it could go. Look at this pulling on SPY. If you looked at Microsoft collapsing, right? You want to be very mindful of this with SPY. It could do the same thing. You could straddle this. You could buy calls, but you better know if it breaks this level, which you can see right here. See it? Here. Here. If it breaks that, I would get outputs, boom. Everybody, is this making sense, everybody? Or is this all starting to click?
Hell yes.
Yes, sir. It's clicking.
Absolutely.
So do me a favor, because I need to get out of here. And the other two I'm going to do speed round because I'm way over. I'm supposed to do a one-on-one today, and my voice is shot already. Who got into this SPY put here and just made a ton of money because it's exactly what we trained, exactly where it went, and we knew exactly where it was going to go? Who made money on that trade?
I did on my paper account.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did, Coach.
I made money.
Copy.
I got it, Mike.
I'm there, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you. Look at Microsoft crashing out. That's just beautiful. Okay. Speed round. Good job, everybody that made money. That means you actually listened and applied the training, which is two different things. Am I right? These are two different things. You have to be able to do them both. Last two questions, John and then Freddie. John, go. Okay, Freddie, go.
Yes, sir. I have a question. When you do a straddle, what percent you give to the stop loss so you don't get burned on both sides when you make when you make a curve and then another one?
Yep.
What percent you put it there for you stop on one side and at the same time you don't get burned on both?
Good question. So typically I'll go about 25 to 35%, which gives you a pretty good range, but you have to remember when you're doing the straddles that it makes sense. You're not blindly putting in a stop, right? You're looking at it. So right here, if I would have had a straddle on this, I already know my calls are toast. Why? Because it broke this major level. Do I need to wait for it to go 25% loss? No. Because my brain is already like, these are puts. Right? Coach has told me this 100 times. If it breaks that key critical level, I need to be in puts. So why the hell would I be in calls? Why the hell would I wait for a stop loss to trigger? So common sense also has to kick in with all of the stuff we're training. Everybody, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. All right. I'm way over. Love your faces. You guys are absolutely amazing. I hope you guys learned something today, or you made some money, or hell, both. That would be awesome. Do me a favor over on Twitter. Look for ADT Coach. Make sure you tag me. You have to tag me. You got to put in the @ADT Coach. Otherwise, I never see it. And then say whatever you learned, if you made any money, if something was great, if whatever. That would be awesome. Just say something positive about American Dream Trading and tag me in there, right? I would appreciate that. For everybody else, I appreciate all of you being in here. You guys are absolutely amazing.
Hey, Coach?
Yes.
Hey, Coach?
Yeah.
I've been talking to a user. The last four are 3594. He is looking to join. He's wanting to know about the code.
Oh, perfect. So the discount code is SPRING500. SPRING500. If you go to American Dream Trading, I'm going to put it up on my screen right now for everybody.
Yeah, he knows that. He's wanting to know if it's applied to all of the services.
All VIP only. It'll apply to all VIP services. So VIP, VIP Gold, and VIP Complete if you want all of our packages. It takes $500 off for the first year. So it's only VIP, and today is your last day to take advantage of that. So thank you.
Hey, Coach, real quick, I'm working on a promo just to get clarification. Are people able to use Spring 500 up through the 31st, or that part is done?
Yeah, today is the last day. I used it for April.
Okay, got you.
Yep. Now it will just be the VIP Gold. Spin the wheel for $5,000. 2 people will get the opportunity out of however many people sign up for it.
Got you.
Yep. Now, if you guys look at this. Look at what I had on SPY real quick. 507.25 was previous day low. It gapped all the way down. Everybody look at your SPY. This is where I had marked. We did it together live. 507.25, previous day low. And look at where it bounced. See it? This is where it has to hold the line or it's more puts. Over and over and over and over and over and over.
Still in it, Coach.
Thank you. Yeah, you guys should still be in there. If you got your puts up at 509.40 where you were supposed to, you're still in puts, right? Absolutely. That's beautiful. That's
80% on them so far.
Did you guys hear that? 80% off the training today. Thank you. That's incredible. Okay. Thank you to all my moderators. You guys are awesome. It doesn't. Okay. Thank you to Bruno, Carter, Dawn, Paul at the beach, Miranda, Unhappily a Housewife, Eric's Moto, DT, the female trucker, Luke Sidewalker, Jimmy Brady, David, Mark, Nate, Ted, and Mark McSee. Thank you to all my military family. Anybody that's serving or that has served, thank you so much. We appreciate you every single day. You guys are awesome. Thank you, of course, to all of our first responders, firefighters, police officers, teachers, doctors, nurses, and everybody with me. All my truck drivers around the world. There it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Great training today.
All right, man. I appreciate everybody. Hopefully you guys learned something. Remember, go to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Get signed up for one of our memberships right now. I'll see you guys again, the same coach time, same coach channel tomorrow. VIP members, be ready to kick some ass again at 8:15 tomorrow. Everybody else, I'll see you at the regular time. Paid members at 8:45. Love your faces. I'm out.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Coach.
Bye, Coach.
Get you later.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.